Hello gamers, welcome back to another top 5 video. In this video it is going to be my top 5 favourite controllers of all time. And without further ado, let's get to number 5, which as you can see is the Sega Mega Drive / Genesis 6-button controller. Now what I like about this is that it's got an 8 directional D-pad, which is pretty good. Of course, one start button, 6 action buttons on the front, although the downside to this, which I do have a gripe with, is that there ain't many shoulder buttons on it. There is a mode button, which I don't really know what it is used for. Perhaps you can comment down below and tell me. But other than that, it's an alright controller. It's better than what I was using before. A Bluetooth-esque crappy aftermarket 3 button, and other than that it was also the Master System controller. Moving on to number 4 with the Super Nintendo controller. Now this is a bit of an improvement from the Mega Drive controller, being that, well, there's kind of a downgrade with the D-pad since it still goes into the box standard 4 directions, although it has start and select and 2 and 4 face buttons and shoulder buttons, which was a great improvement from the NES controller, which was kind of what this was, an evolution from the NES controller, which only had D-pad, start, select and an A and B, where Nintendo eventually added Y, X and L and R, which was perfect, especially for the more harder and improvement games on the Super Nintendo. Although there are a few other controllers on this list that I prefer. Moving on to number 3. The GameCube controller. Now this is most people's favourite controller since it's still popular to this day. I mean, I have preferences to others, but I do like the pressure sensitive triggers, which are a really nice touch. The layout of all the face buttons, Y, X, A and B, definitely a really good design choice. Analog stick, excellent. C-stick, yeah, it's a bit small for my liking, but it was probably better than what the N64 had, which was the buttons for the C stick. Although another gripe would be that they had another Z button here, which I do like what they did with the Nintendo Switch version of this GameCube controller. But overall it's still a really good controller and I do enjoy playing GameCube with it. But there are 2 other controllers on this list that I prefer over this. Moving over to number 2. The PlayStation 2 controller, otherwise known as the DualShock 2. Now this was a slight improvement over the DualShock, the original, for the PlayStation 1. There were a few things, being that, well, the triggers are all the same, but the most major difference was with the DualShock 2 was the pressure sensitive buttons. Like if you were playing Gran Turismo, for example, and you're accelerating with the X button, it will feel like you're in a car pushing down the pedal on the floor in a car. And then the same for braking, since they were pressure sensitive. There was also an analog button, so you could turn on and off the sticks. I think that was just used for PlayStation 1 games, and so it's compatible with the original PlayStation. I mean, both PlayStation 1 and 2 controllers do work on both said consoles. But I have a lot of great memories with this controller, but the one next on this list is probably my most favourite controller of all time. Granted, it's not really much of an improvement. It's not really much of a change from this one. Moving on to number 1. The PlayStation 3 controller. Now this, I think, is the perfect controller. The perfect sticks, select, start. You have your menu button. You got your D-pad, your face buttons. The triggers are a much more better improvement than the PS2 controller. Perfect. And the fact this is the 6-axis DualShock 3, as you can see, it means that it has sort of motion control-esque things in, like rumble built in and motion control, so you can use it in certain games to move about. But other than that, it is one of my favourite controllers of all time. So if you want, why not watch this video here about whatever else. Thanks for watching.